Platinum absolutely dominating the precious metals, gold, silver. Might need to take a little bit of time to chill out here, but we'll take a look at those prices, gold, silver, platinum, and all that stuff. And some huge news for many, many Bitcoin holders. We'll share that too. It's all over X and Twitter, but let's talk about it here. If you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching this live, gee, you are one of the privileged ones. You get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, going out live on X and on YouTube right now. But you miss it when I don't go live. I do them on my individual videos as well, but you don't get that whole experience. So live on X, live on YouTube right now, I want you to grab a tasty beverage. Here's what we do. We do a synchronized slurp. Yes, like synchronized swimming, and there is liquid involved, but we slurp our beverages synchronously together. The rule is you must do it audibly wherever you are in the world. It is the slurp heard around the world. Whatever you're drinking, drink it right now, slurp it, and let me know in the comments what you are slurping. Keep it clean. Ready? 3, 2, 1, slurp, go. Good to see you, people. My name is Joe Main. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010, a stacker of crypto. Oh, look at that hair. Stacker of crypto since 2013. And now I do this show. I do multiple videos every single week, and I go live a couple of times, just like we are here. Can you do me a favor, though? Please and thanks. Go over to right here for me. Could you please follow me over here on X, x.com/itsjoemain. Why? Well, I've got 3,700 and something followers. What I really want you to do is follow me over here, because I don't just do, look at that. Oh, it's perfect too. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't just do the show and then go away. I'm posting lots over there as well. And as you know, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com, and Stormrake, stormrake.com, your full-service cryptocurrency brokerage. Why have I got that there? I don't know. Why is that there? It's wrong, whatever. And you can sign up with my link and you'll get 2% lifetime Bitcoin brokerage fees, blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about that later, shall we? We have to speak to my amazing GMS family, then we'll get into, interesting. GMS, Psy is somehow pumping. I actually just mentioned that. That's so interesting. Give me 1 second, because someone on Mastering the Markets, they talked about it yesterday. So Psy, is it pumping? Yeah, it's having a bit of a pump. Oh, yeah, you are correct. Has a bit of a pump. So we'll be talking about SEI today, one of the cryptos, but we'll do precious metal stuff first. 100% knackers. Perhaps Joe could make a call and set that up. What are we talking about? I'll have to go forward in the chat. Good morning, chat mum. So good to see you. Is Tony Peterson here? GMS, she's here. Tony Peterson, chat mum. She is chat mum. She's she is an admin. She is the admin of this chat. Treat her correctly, and she will treat you right. But if you piss her off, you are out of here, people. And why have I thought of this? I don't know why, but I have 1,800 and something subscribers now, 30 something, 40 something now. I've had a bunch of new subscribers, so welcome to all the newbies right now. If you're watching us for the first time live, because you've seen some of my individual videos recently that have done really well on YouTube comparatively to the channel, join us right now and say hello. But at 2,000 subscribers, I will be giving away silver, free silver to you. It's not necessarily that one there. You're not going to pry this from you can pry this one from my cold dead hands. This is an original 2012 Debt and Death coin from Silver Bullet, Silver Shield from Chris Dwayne. But you might get something cool. We'll see. And I think, and I mentioned this, Tony Peterson, I think, is going to be, I think she said she's going to be donating one again to give away as well. And I'll give one away too. So thanks, Tony. Good to see you. G'day, MetaMint. Great to see you, my friend. Mark, Florida. Hello, hello, hello. Christian. Hello, Christian. Great to see you. Welcome to the channel. I haven't seen you before. Are you one of the recent subscribers? So good to see you, my friend. Silver needs to pull back so we can buy the dip. What's this going on here? Perhaps Joe could make a call and set that up. In regards to what? In regards to what? GMS, Jason Razana. Good to see you, my friend. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. It's good to see you. Japanese rice tea you're slurping today. Yeah, as many of you know, I lived and worked in Japan, in Osaka. for a year. Oh, I would live there, back there in a heartbeat. What a time that was. Oh, Japan, love it. Polska. Oh, very interesting. GMS, David Smith. Sino, good to see you, my friend. We'll get through the quick shout-outs, then we'll get to the stuff of the day. Oh, and you're talking fantastic. Look at you guys. Silver Shield Debt and Death of the Dollar. Oh, cool. Will be the next giveaway. Thanks, Tony. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm starting to think this isn't a real war in the Middle East. The markets don't lie, and oil, gold, and silver haven't done anything. Stock market hasn't lost confidence. We might talk about that at some point in the show. I still need to know what you're talking about. Perhaps Joe could make up a call and set that up. In regards to what? Let me know. Platinum. Let's talk about platinum. Totally dominating the precious metals markets at the moment. We'll get to Bitcoin and crypto and that huge news. We're going to start off with the precious metals. So let's get to it. I'll get to my gold panel. Let's do that one. You don't want to see that. You want to see platinum. Let's start with that, shall we? Let's see. Platinum XPT. Yowza. We've gone up even higher since I last spoke. And since I posted this morning. Wow. Here is platinum on the daily time frame, price in USD, 1,363 US dollars. I did post this on the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum. Now, if you live in Australia and you're a stacker, you need to join the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum. It has around about 8.5 thousand members, something like that. There's fakes out there, so don't find the fake one. But I posted this image right here, the quarterly chart. Look how good it looks. Now, it looks great. So some people will be feeling a little bit of euphoria right now, which is good on one hand, good for you. It's got to take a breather at some point. But look at this. We are 5 days away. In Australian time, we are 4 days away, roughly, from closing a quarter, closing a what do you call it? A 6-month time frame as well. Let me show you here on the bi-yearly, if you want to call it that. Holy moly! I tell you what. If that closes around about here-ish, if that closes above. Right here, in the next 4 days, if you close above $1,337, roughly, holy crap, that is incredibly bullish. That's a huge God candle in a 6-month time frame. Okay, and we know this is totally setting it up to go to new all-time highs for platinum. How high? Honestly, couldn't tell you. You know, gold. We'll get to that in a second. $10,000 an ounce. We're at $1,360 something an ounce here. It's going higher. For platinum, for sure, we're going to break and make new all-time highs. I'm just got to say around here, I've just got to remain people just to be cautious. Don't necessarily have to FOMO in at this point if you're brand new to platinum. There's other things such as silver, for example, that has a nice little bit of a rise, okay, but it hasn't done this God candle in the last 4 months, 6 months. Let me quickly look at the 6 monthly. Yeah, it's had a bit of a rise. But it's not as huge. Now, I could be eating my words here. Give me 1 second. Watch this. Could I be eating my words? We are up 27% for silver. And I think that's more. Could be wrong because it's a larger... Okay, 51%. Okay, so platinum, totally beating, as we knew, because of the ratios against the other metals. Killing it. Now, let's go on to the smaller term time frame. Look at that monthly candle. Holy hell. I also want this back in here too. Let's pop in the line. Yeah, I like that value line. It looks better. Currently above, 1,340. Let's pop in a little bit closer. Now, we have to mention a couple of things here. We are in extremely overvalued on the weekly time frame, on the relative strength index. We're in extremely overvalued on the monthly time frame as well. Oh, actually, no, we're just poking our head in. So you've got lots of room to move on the monthly. Weekly time frame, we're extremely overvalued, but you still got room to move. Daily, however, a little bit of a different story. Daily is showing still potential bearish divergence playing out. Okay. Now, what we actually saw was bearish divergence go into hidden bullish divergence, and now we're in convergence, but it's now playing out again. So what I'm talking about here is, and I'll show you on the 4 hour. Does that make more sense? Yeah, I'll show you on the 4 hour. Okay, so let me go back to replay. Replay. I don't want replay. No, that's what I do want. Okay, you going to help me or not? There we go. We got to here. Cool. This is where the price was roughly. And we had a higher high. This is the 4 hour chart, but it kind of lines up with the daily as well. Higher high, lower high in the relative strength index. And that's when here it was saying, okay, looking a bit bearish. We just come off a new high, but losing momentum on the RSI. And so go away. And so therefore expecting some lower prices to come. And we saw that. That then turned into hidden bullish divergence, which often happens a lot after you have some bearish divergence. If you've been in an uptrend. So then you've got a higher low, but then an equal or lower low on the relative strength index. And that's an equal low. So you can see how that's going up, but that's remaining flat. So that's diverging. And that signals hidden bullish divergence. So a continuation of the trend. And then if we hit the old play button right there, that's what we saw. Okay. And we've seen that hidden bullish divergence play out. Cool. Now we're back to potentially bearish divergence once again. And that's now where you have on the 4 hour time frame, similar thing, where you've got, if this is the pivot right here, and that was at, so we got up to 1,370 just before higher high, if it's pivoting here. So if we have a couple of red candle days, or at least 1 or 2 red candle days, this is again the 4 hour time frame, then you could say that's a pivot. So higher high, and then you've got lower high on the relative strength index. And that's fine. You can just keep doing this over and over, and then just go from regular bearish divergence into hidden bullish divergence, no problem. But I am expecting a dip. Okay, so I'm expecting that. So I'm still expecting a bit of a dip for platinum. Now, where we dip to, no idea. Again, on the weekly time frame, it's looking better. So that's the daily. See now from the daily, look at that, and that, right? So that's signaling to me bearish divergence. I do think that plays out more likely. Could I be wrong? Yes. Should you dollar cost average into platinum? Yes. Have I been wrong many times before? Yes. Am I a professional? No. Do any of us get it right? No. But look at this. Higher highs, lower highs. Is it the last little splurts of the gas tank coming up towards the end of a quarter, the end of the new financial year? It will tick over. What goes up must come down, and people have been sentiment-wise very seems quite euphoric on platinum at the moment. So when you get that euphoria, you have to think to yourself, okay, emotion-wise, I'm feeling really good about platinum at the moment. That's when they get you. So if you're thinking about FOMOing in because it's a really high price, that's up to you. Again, if you're happy to ride that wave and ride some lower prices, then you'll just dollar cost in and average in more. Okay, great, just do that. Buy now, buy tomorrow, buy next week when you get your paycheck, buy on the regular, that's fine. But I'm still expecting some lower prices to come. I don't think you do the following, where you go like this and then you break that. No, I don't think so. So I do think this has to tick over at some point and spend a little bit of time in this general area in here. Where does it bounce from? No idea. Pick a point. But yeah, I think we are losing momentum on platinum. Cool. Great to see it at a slightly higher price, but that doesn't always mean it continues going up. Cool. What would negate this? Obviously, I'd say breaking here on the relative strength index, that little peak right there, that would negate it probably. And then maybe, some higher prices, but yeah, I'm expecting down. So where could we go down to? Now I have to choose a slightly different Fibonacci level. Let me get rid of that. Hit the like button for me if you love platinum. Hit the like button if you love precious metals in general. And hit the like button because you like me and you want the algorithm to do its thing, please. Okay, so I'll go back to the 4 hour. Here's a couple of levels we need to watch out for. On the 4 hour, if you want to see this go from regular, get rid of you, from regular bearish divergence into hidden bullish divergence, then what you would want to see is this roughly be respected. This area here. I think we're probably going to retrace a larger move, but you need it right here to be respected. Excuse me. Get rid of you. So somewhere, anywhere down between 1,322 and 1,290 is where you would want to bounce from, and then onwards and upward. That could potentially set it up for hidden bullish divergence. So for example, if you only came down to, let's say down to here, okay, roughly in there, that's making a higher high. Cool. And then maybe that coincides with making a slightly equal or lower high on the relative strength index. And that's just a continuation of bearish into hidden bullish. Cool. That's what you'd want to see. And then you don't want anywhere lower than around about 1,290 to be broken, and then onwards and upwards. Do this exact thing. Do that again. Just do that and bounce off. Great. Sure. If you would like it to go down further, then we might be retracing a larger move. Or if we are, then we need to go probably to the daily. And I'm going to say here, maybe there you need to watch out for. Okay. Again, this is all just positing, right? You just have to understand that prices go up and down, and this is all just, what's the word? Weather report. Yeah, anywhere down to about 1270. But if we're playing out the larger move, which I think we could be, right here, it's this one. Between here and here, I think probably more likely we're retracing this move here. Okay, so between this low and this high, I think that's more likely. And we're talking anywhere down to 1,170 US dollars. You can bounce off here. Bounce off there, very bullish. Okay, but anywhere down into here, that's really normal. From this low and this high, you just do something like that. That's great. Cool. And we know where platinum, I am almost 100% certain I know where platinum is going in the longer term. And yeah, that's what I think. And if you are retracing this larger move, we've talked about this before. I should just have all these drawn in so I don't have to draw them in every time. If we're retracing this larger move, well, that can actually still coincide with the top end. Okay, so you can still come to the top end of this expected support range, and that's at 1,190, which is very like $20 off that 1,170. But anywhere down to here, you don't want to cross below here. So that's the big line in the sand, $1,070. Don't cross below there. That signals, oh, okay, this entire move after we broke out of that 1,100-ish kind of move, oh, that was just all a blip in the sand, right? Just a blip in time. And then, oh crap, we're heading way back down lower. Okay, so don't cross that 1,070. I'm not expecting 1,070 to be touched. Cool. Yeah, but somewhere in that sort of 1,150, 1,200-y kind of area is most likely for me. That is, platinum is totally dominating. Okay, let me just show you how well it's dominating though. And this might give you an indication as to whether platinum is a little bit overheated at the moment. So platinum to gold ratio, okay, it's been killing gold recently. We've broken above, exact similar thing, right? Higher highs, but lower highs on the relative strength index, exactly kind of following the fiat dollar price, right? Good to see, great. Higher highs, beating gold. Yeah, I'm still not confident. Look, it actually has broken there. On the platinum to gold ratio, maybe it could go higher, but yeah, it's got to have a point where it does tick over for a bit. It's kind of around here. Platinum to silver. Yeah, we're very stretched on the... Wow, that's even huge. More huge. We're pretty stretched. Okay. Higher highs. Lower highs. Could I be wrong and it just sails through and platinum keeps dominating precious metals for a little bit? Sure. But that is my humble opinion. That's platinum. Let me know in the comments if you are in. Give a huge like for platinum, please. Let's take a look at gold. Gold on the daily time frame, 3,340 US dollars. We are still within the symmetrical triangle, and we are now at the area where I cannot say, and I said this yesterday in the standalone video, which has had a lot of great views, that I cannot now say that a brand new all-time high in gold is coming anytime soon whatsoever. Why? Because we flipped below that $3,355 mark. Cool. My new area to say that we could potentially see a brand new all-time high in gold soon is now at 3,375. So it's from this low and this high, and it's at the 0.236. You've got to clear at least the 0.236, right? Do something like that. Then, I mean, if you clear there, I think if you clear there, you're probably looking pretty good. But yeah, at least got to clear 3,375. While we're in this symmetrical triangle, we're in no man's land at the moment, and I do not want to see it close below this downtrend line. Please and thanks, and definitely no lower than 3,250. That would set it up for a further move down. Where could we move down to? I don't know. If we do break down through there, then we'll talk about it. And there's no point, prognosticating if it hasn't presented itself just yet. So that is gold. It's just in a bit of a trading range at the moment. And is this the perfect opportunity for you to load up more? Maybe it is. Okay, and if you're dollar cost averaging, you're going to be great over the longer term. I won't do any miners or anything like that. Couldn't be bothered. Here is silver on the daily time frame, $36.35. Great. I did post a video yesterday entitled Silver Bounce here. Of course, it's a bit clickbaity, but we did posit that we had come down to and hadn't even touched the top end of the zag zone right here. So bouncing off here and back into this zone, back above the 0.236. That's positive for now. So that's over that $35 mark too. That's good. I really need to see that $36 level hold, and to be ultimately confident, and as I think I said in the video yesterday, if that is the low right there, it needs to crack through $36.50, because that is the new expected resistance range. And if you get through there, then you're looking pretty darn good. So get through here, that's at the top end there, and that's at $36.50. Get through there and you're looking nice. And we're looking nice for silver anyway. Okay, so it's okay. It's just because some people are expecting or waiting for and hoping to buy maybe for the first time, or you're backing up the truck. It's like, oh, it's going to get down to, we're going to go back to $35, $34, $33.80 even. We're going to get back down to there. We might, but do you want to wait? I don't know that you should. Because silver is going to $50. Eventually, it's going to $100. It's going to much higher than that, in my humble non-financial advice opinion. And watch that 36.50-ish area. Okay, could we fake out here? Yeah, absolutely, and head back down? Sure. Who cares? If it goes down to, $34.50, $35, that's just coming back to test previous support. Cool. It's just coming back to test there, if we even do, which we absolutely may not. So silver is going much, much higher over the long term. This 45-year cup and handle. For all the crypto bros that are watching right now, you've never seen the silver chart before. 45 years, that's 1980, 45-year cup and, whatever cup. And then this is the cup and handle playing out. It'll break 50 one day. Then it'll get to triple digits easy, and then I think onwards and upwards from there over time. I think as high as $700 silver, not in 3 to 5 years, 10 to 20 years. Cool. That's silver looking great. I don't want to do the miners. Could not be bummed. Couldn't be bothered. That is all the precious metals. And when you want to buy precious metals, because I know you do, you want to buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Why? They are the best bullion dealer in Australia. They're the first bullion dealer to offer free shipping. No other bullion dealer in Australia since the beginning of bullion dealers in Australia. When's that? 18 something? I don't know. Pick whenever it was. The first bullion dealer, right? They're not getting free. Well, obviously there was no postal system really huge there, but you're not getting free shipping, okay? And no one was getting free shipping. No one in Australia, even in the last 30, 40 years. No one. Until Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, started their business just in May last year, okay? Been around for a year now, and they came out of the gate like a bull and said, we're going to give you free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. Okay, look at all these 5-star reviews from Google. This is crazy. Okay, have bought and stored twice online. Best silver prices going. Super fast delivery of ordering online. Great products and service from the PBE team. Appreciated the great prices, fast shipping and helpful information Perth Bullion provided me. Buy 20 or more items, not 20 of one thing, just mix and match. And you'll see the free shipping option come up in the shopping cart. Instant free delivery. Okay, instant. I don't mean instant. They've got to pack it and ship it and all that, but it's express, it's sign-on delivery, it's fully insured, all that stuff you get from the other bullion dealers, except you don't pay for it. Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Cool. Let's do some quick comments, then we'll get to the amazing Bitcoin news. I've got to tell you, this Bitcoin news has been very cool. Then we'll look at the other things I mentioned, maybe a quick little bit of SEI chart analysis, SAI, a bit of TOSHI, a bit of ZBCN. Let's get to some comments about the wonderful platinum and precious metals. Or we'll just talk about what you want to talk about as well. Joe, setting up... Joe, I'm helping set up a silver pullback and helping us buy the dip. Yeah, exactly right. That's funny. So, okay, I'm starting to think this isn't a real war in the Middle East. The markets don't lie, and oil, gold, and silver haven't done anything. Stock market hasn't lost confidence. Let's talk on that. Okay. So that's a you definitely call that a conspiracy theory type thing. Now, do you mean it's not? It's a fake. It's all been faked. But here's a more I think a better or more more credible reason as to why oil didn't pump and the stock market is still going up, etc. You know why? Ready? It's because of Trump. That's why. If Biden had been in office, if any other president, any previous president that existed, okay, let's talk in modern history. In modern history, up to, let's say from the 1900s onwards. Okay, potentially. Oh, maybe Roosevelt, but I don't know. I don't think you would have seen this occur. All right. Why? Because Trump is incredibly unpredictable on purpose, and because of that unpredictability. Okay, and this is just my opinion, and you can share your own opinions on that. Because he has set himself up to be highly unpredictable, which some people think is a very bad thing. No, that's what you want, okay? You want to be somewhat unpredictable because you don't know, then your enemies aren't sure, what's going to happen. Did he really say he was going to bomb this? Or did he say that in fire and fury and North Korea and did it? Oh, North Korea stepped onto North Korean soil for the first time, okay? Very unpredictable with tariffs as well. Markets spook, but I think because of that unpredictability, I think that works in the opposite direction as well. So we saw gold have a bit of a spike. We saw oil have a little bit of a spike. We're going to close the Strait of Hormuz. We're going to do this. US struck Iran. I think because of that unpredictability, even the markets go, maybe not. Honestly, I think it's the Trump effect. That's my humble opinion. I think any other president, any other administration, you'd probably still see, gold going higher, oil going higher, etc. So that's my opinion. I don't think it's a fake war. I think that's way less credible that it's, a fake war and it was a fake strike in Iran and all that kind of stuff. I think it's the Trump effect. I really do. And Jason Ashworth is about to do laugh emojis. Let's see. Think the football has truly been kicked by Charlie Brown? Yes, in relation to the platinum price. Yes. Finally. Okay, finally. Lucy held the football down, laces out. Finkel is Einhorn, Einhorn is Finkel, if anyone gets that reference. If you know, you know. And she's let Charlie kick the ball. All right. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. As you know, Lucy had been the bane of my existence with platinum for a very long time. Let's see. Risk to reward is off the chart. Do your own research and have fun. Yes, okay. Yes, James Brown did a show-stopping song, Living in America. station that came back big with Rocky. Yes, I once started a band in my very early days that we created and did an 11-minute James Brown medley. It was so much fun, and that was part of it as well. Has anyone got a Revolut account? Interesting to hear how the no fees share trading works. No fees share trading? That there has to be a reason. So what? I'm going to ask Rock. New query. What is the deal? What is the deal? What is the deal with Revolut and no fee share trading? Cool, let's ask. Searching. We'll get to Bitcoin and crypto in just a second. Revolut offers stock trading through its app, marketing it as commission-free for US stocks listed on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. But the reality is it's more nuanced. Here's a breakdown of how it works. See, this is how I'm going to guess this is how they get you. Of course, there's not going to be a trading fee, but there'll be their share price that they're offering you is going to be slightly higher than the real share price, and that's where they're making their margins. So they're going to be then arbitraging that on the official stock market. Okay, and that's where they're making their money. So they're arbitraging it. But this is, let me guess, commission. I'll go to the thing here. Let's share the screen, shall we? Let's read it together for ChatMum. Commission-free trades. Revolut provides a limited number of commission-free trades per month. Oh, okay. Based on your account tier. Oh, okay. So you get one per month, and if you spend $4 a month, you get 3 trades. Oh, okay, so it's maybe just like a subscription model instead. Maybe I'm wrong on the arbitrage thing. Premium, okay. Metal and Ultra, 10 free trades. Trades exceeding these limits incur a 0.25% order amount. Fractional shares. You can buy fractional shares starting at $1. No custody or inactivity fees. Access to our markets limited to over 2,000 stocks in some regions. ETFs. No UK or European shares are available. Hidden costs and limitations. There we go. Currency conversion fees. Since trades are executed in USD, you'll need to convert funds to your account if it's in another currency. So yeah, they'll get you on the conversion fee. It might not be. It'd probably be slightly higher or slightly in their advantage. Spreads. Yeah, there we go. So this is the spread. Yes. The difference between buy and sell prices can be high. There you go. Sometimes exceeding 1.5%, which effectively acts as a hidden fee. So their spreads are higher, meaning they can arbitrage the price on the real stock market, and that's where they're making their money as well. So yeah, that's that. Glad I could answer that question for you. Good old Grok. Comments, and then we will get to Bitcoin and crypto. I still don't know in which box Trump fits. Still a Zionist though, but I would love to be wrong. I don't get into the whole Zionist. I don't even get that whole thing. I don't get into that. Yeah, but you still don't know which box Trump is in? From everything I've seen, he is in the camp of he likes America, and America's treated him very well, and he wants to see it thrive. That's my opinion. When I say fake war, I'm saying I think it's being played out for show. Okay. Yeah, I know you didn't mean like total, like, not false flag, total like staged event or anything like that. Of course, that's not possible. That wouldn't be possible. But played out for show, well, every single war is played out for show. So Ukraine, Russia, World War II, Vietnam, like through propaganda, mainstream media, So everything, the left-leaning people who are pro-Ukraine Russia war will be playing it out for show, and then the right-leaning people who don't want the war will be playing out the other side for show. It's all for show, part of it. Gerald Draper, TDS, riddled simpletons are having a meltdown just because POTUS dropped the F-bomb once, but some media and social media content creators are pushing for impeachment. So dumb. Isn't it so dumb? On FB, I have no opinions. On Facebook, sensitive algorithms, yes, especially the 3-letter word starting with W ending in R. Yes, exactly right. Once again, you are very clever, Miss Tony. Is the middle letter? Yes, that's right, exactly. Excellent opinion from the man himself. Joe is on it. No problem. Happy to help. The Ukraine WAR was a cover-up. Well, we have our own opinions on what was happening in Ukraine, don't we? Money laundering. Excuse me. Sorry. Money laundering. Giant money laundering operation. Excuse me. Hunter Biden. Biden family. Crime family. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, let's. We have a bunch of people watching, and yeah, wonder if I'm brave enough to auction the Silver Shield. Never forget USS Liberty. Ooh, with a star on the coin. Do it, Tony. Do it. Here is some very huge, many people think, Bitcoin news. Okay, for many Bitcoin holders. This is for Bitcoin holders in the United States specifically. And this is all about mortgages. Okay, so there's just been some news overnight. And I'll share the screen. Just in the last few hours, I think it's been, so overnight, our time, that the wonderful Bill Pulte, if you're familiar with him, Bill Pulte is a billionaire, and he made his money and through his family's construction business, home building business. So it's Pulte Homes. So his father, started it, and then he took it over, and he's just kept building it up. And then he has been put into the Trump administration as the head of the, I think it's home loan financing side of things as well. And he's also is another director of something. Anyway, he just came out with an amazing, let me show you, order. Oh, I knew I clicked the wrong one. Here we go. And Bitcoin Magazine, we'll just take a quick look here. Bitcoin Magazine just talked about it. Just in, the U.S. Federal Housing Finance Agency, headed up by Bill Pulte, issues order to count Bitcoin and crypto. And crypto too, so it's general crypto. I didn't think so it's not just Bitcoin, as an asset for a mortgage. Let me repeat that again. Has issued an order to count Bitcoin and crypto as an asset for a mortgage. This is huge. Okay, let's take a look down here. Let's read the one from Bill Pulte himself right there, U.S. Director of Federal Housing. Okay. After significant studying and in keeping with President Trump's vision to make the United States the crypto capital of the world, thank you, today I ordered the great Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. They're the big overarching lending institutions, stuff to do with housing and stuff, to prepare their businesses to count cryptocurrency as an asset for a mortgage. So ordered. Now, there's a couple of caveats, okay? So not everyone's happy about it, but it's a step in the right direction. Most people are saying, let's read this together. It's very minute here. You can hardly see it, but let's quickly read it. Let's see. Now, therefore, as conservator, hereby directs each enterprise, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, to prepare a proposal for consideration of cryptocurrency, so not just Bitcoin, as an asset for reserves in their respective single-family mortgage home risk assessments without conversion. This is the thing, without conversion of said cryptocurrency into US dollars. That's big. Each enterprise is directed to consider only cryptocurrency assets, here's the kicker, that can be evidenced and stored on a US regulated, centralized exchange, subject to all applicable laws. So good news. Hey, I want you now to consider cryptocurrency as an asset when banks are considering home loans. Okay, so previously, if you had $1 million in Bitcoin, but you only made for some reason $50,000 a year, they don't count that Bitcoin as part of your assets, as your collateral. Now they're going to start doing that. Okay, you don't have to sell your Bitcoin into USD, so you can just keep the Bitcoin or the crypto, whatever it is, and that's crypto. But here's the kicker again: as long as it's on a US regulated centralized exchange. Okay, don't love that. Not your keys, not your wallet, not preferable. Who wants to keep $500,000, $100,000, $200,000 Bitcoin or crypto on a centralized exchange? Not me, hack-wise and all that kind of stuff. But I get it. It's a step in the right direction. Let's see. Prior to implementing any changes. So that's what it is. Now let's take a look at the at the what's the word? The reviews of that. The what's the word? Yeah, word on the street. Let's see. There is still so someone's saying Bitcoin. There is still room for you on this train. Okay, this is important on 2 levels. Says Matt Cole on X. 1, makes it substantially easier for holders of Bitcoin to purchase a house without selling their Bitcoin. Yes, the US government is taking Bitcoin. Now this is a big one. Taking Bitcoin risk on its own book, as the US government implicitly guarantees Fannie and Freddie mortgage loans. Okay, so that's very, very interesting. Let's see. Michael Saylor's weighed in and said he's offering some kind of analytical models to help with that. Okay, a lot of people are very, very bullish on this. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. Here we go. Rookie XBT. That's nearly 500,000 followers. Don't think people grasp how insane it is for the US to consider counting Bitcoin as an asset for mortgages. We've won forever. F you, higher. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, a lot of people are very, very happy with this news. So let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin. Now, I don't think this coincided with it. Actually, let me go back and see if I can. Did this coincide? I don't think so, but let me check. So that was 5 hours ago. No, I think we were higher than that level that we needed to be. So that was 5 hours ago, roughly. And let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin. I don't think that's coincided with the Bitcoin pump, but let's take a look. Ooh, this is the Bitstamp exchange. Cool. Ready? Good. Here is Bitcoin. Duh. Here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame price in USD, 107,600. Okay, so we're over that $106,700 area that we spoke about. That's good. That's a great start. So where are we? We're back above the top end of this zag zone right here from this high and this low. That is good. Okay, we're now through at least this little cluster of closes back here. We're through and that coincides here with this support, this resistance. We're through it. Okay, so now I want to see something like this pattern right here, as I literally just drew in yesterday, I think it was. Something like that. Come back and retest. That now has to become support. 106,700 roughly now must become support. Do something like that. You break through there. Golden days for Bitcoin. Cool. I would say, I'd be confident to say, very confident to say, if you break through 109,000 and hold above it, new all-time highs in Bitcoin are coming, and very, very soon after that. Cool. So it's great to see Bitcoin above here. If you want to play it safe and wait for that, sure. Could we break back down here? Sure. Black swan events. Could something happen in the Middle East and, it just tanks the price of Bitcoin back down here? Sure. No problem. Of course it could. All you want to do is maintain above, preferably that $104,000 area. Don't break back below this support right there. See there? Buyers, a few buyers here. Then you'd be asking yourself, why aren't they buying here again? And that's where you need them to buy. So if they don't start buying there and you don't start bouncing there, then you've got to ask the question, well, why would that be? Okay, let's do something like that. It's looking good for now. I am not back into Bitcoin. I am considering, as of this morning, I have been considering getting back into Bitcoin in a little bit of a way. I haven't done it yet, and I'm not going to get back into alts just yet. I do have some alts, but I'm not getting back into them in a big way just yet because others hasn't presented itself just yet. So Bitcoin's looking good, but if you take a look at the Bitcoin bloody dominance, it's just going nuts. It's just going higher, seems to be at this stage. So Bitcoin dominance is going higher. It failed to do this. I thought the momentum was waning here, but then we just went, no, sucked in, biatch. And looks like we could be moving higher in Bitcoin dominance. So that means that altcoins are lagging against Bitcoin. Okay. So Bitcoin, you can see over those levels that we needed to see it over. Others, the altcoin market minus the top 10, hasn't done that yet. Okay, but it might just be lagging. Oh, that heater's going to come on and it's going to make me really warm. All right, that is what it is. Give me 1 second, people. Give me 1 second. You're going to see static and hear nothing for about 8 seconds. Be right back. Thank you. Just had to turn that heater off. I'm going to be sweltering in here. Let's go back to the price. Am I on Stormrake? Which one do I want to be on? I want to be on... No, I want to be on that one. That's the one I want. So, others. Okay, we've had a great move. This is good. Look, all of this is positive at the moment, but we have to form a higher low. That's all you really need to know. So we've come back up, as we mentioned yesterday. Sorry for all this junk. Okay. There we go. Great to see. We've come to the top end of the expected resistance zone from this high and this low. So we've tested it, and you had to expect that test. It was going to happen. Okay. And where did it do it? Exactly at 238 billion. Exactly on that Fibonacci line. Okay. That 0.382. Now we just need to form a higher low, and then onwards and upwards we go. So that's all I need to see. And we need to form and preferably hold at that 224 billion, maybe down a little bit further. You could cheat it anywhere down to, without freaking out, you could get down to, if that's the low and that's the high, anywhere down to here. No lower than 215 billion. So anywhere between, isn't that interesting? And that lines up perfectly. See where I drew that in? That lines up perfectly. So is that total confluence? Yeah, that's exact confluence. Look at that. So let me just hide this. Watch this. I love this stuff. I find this stuff fascinating. Okay, look at that. So I drew that in at the 0.236 at 225 billion. Then I put in this Fibonacci level, the smaller one, and where does the 0.382 line up? Exactly there. So that would be preferable. So at the top end there, but anywhere down into 250 billion, I'm actually going to hazard a guess and say we're going to bounce, more likely we're going to bounce off here at 225 billion. That's my guess. We bounce off here, but anywhere down into here, that's fine. Don't stress if you get down here. It's only if you start closing below 215 billion that you've really got to be concerned. Very not good. Very not good. Okay, but do something like this. Pick a spot. Do that, and then break through that 240 billion. That's good. That's a good start. So that's forming a higher, we're at higher high, higher low. And then you break that. That's looking very, very good. So 240 billion is very good. And as you know, I give absolute, like, total go time to 250 billion. Okay, that is absolute go time. I'd actually probably take some bites here at 240. Because if you do, because you've done that and that and that, now I'm going to say 240 billion, I'm going to be biting into cryptocurrency. And I'll show you the ones that I'll be biting into, quite likely. And then if you close that 250 billion, I'm like in, like no one's business. Okay, not all in with all my investable amount, but, you know, what I've got spare, my dry powder, would be going into crypto at the moment. Cool, so just do that. And then do that, break that downtrend line. Yes, please. Okay, that is general crypto. Let's go to some of the ones I was talking about, and give me 1 second. Let me find out what they were. I was talking about SEI. I was going to talk about SEI, TOSHI, ZBCN. Give me any others that you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about them right now. I will take some chart requests. I wanted to talk about SEI because it has had a bit of a move. I actually don't really know what it does from a fundamental perspective. So can someone let me know what it does? What does it do? I was just looking at it from I'm going to have to pop that on there. SEI. Crypto. Oh, it's in my thing there. Okay, whatever. Cool. Here is SEI. Let's find out together, actually. Let's find out together. New query. What does SEI crypto do? Let's see. SEI is, layer one. It's a layer one blockchain designed to optimize trading, blah, 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 blah. So it's a layer one blockchain. Cool. Oh, it's the side network, isn't it? That's right. So we've had a great move. So let's look at it from a technical perspective. Here is SAI on the daily time frame. SEI priced in US dollars, 28 cents as of right now. So you had the massive move. I've done this before at some point. You've had, when it came out in 2023, obviously fractions of a cent, all that kind of stuff. And then we went to $1.15. Okay, fantastic. And we've had this low here of 13 cents. You can see very clearly on the daily time frame a bullish divergence where you have a lower low and then you have a higher or equal low on the relative strength index. So that was setting up for a higher move. Okay, so it says even though the sellers are going down, the selling momentum is waning. Okay, and so that was looking really good. If I had have known more about this kind of stuff back then, I would have absolutely have seen that and picked up on it. So we saw that move to this area here of about 29 cents, another move back down, and then for whatever reason, I don't know the specific news, but it's been doing very well just in the last number of days, couple of weeks. So this could be, I'm not an Elliott wave guy, by the way. I'm not an Elliott wave guy, but this could be the start of, this could be the wave 3. This could be the wave 1 of, no, it could be the wave 3 of wave 3. Anyway, so if you do something like this, I'm not an Elliott wave guy, but I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that the A, B, C? And now is that the 1, 2, 3? Then we need a 4 and a 5, so we're probably going to go a bit higher. So yes, I'm expecting probably higher for SEI. Bear in mind, though, that we are in extremely overvalued already on the daily time frame, so expect maybe a little bit of a dip, but on the weekly, geez, look at that weekly. You wouldn't say that is an inverse head and shoulders. I don't think that's left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Some people might claim that. If you want to, yeah, I don't know. Is that a little bit too deep down? But sure, you could say that. Looks like it may have broken the neckline right there. So you could still say that's playing out if you wanted to. But yeah, I might consider being in SEI, and it's doing well comparatively to other crypto at the moment. Let's take it from this high and this low, which that seems to be the, what the blazes? That seems to be the bottom at this stage. What did I do just then? Excuse me. Oh, that's why. Okay, screw you. Go away. Go away. Do that. Cool. Have we reached the top end of the zag zone? No, we haven't. So we haven't even broken through there yet. So we've got some room to move in SEI. If crypto is going to continue higher, which I hope it does, then you would want to see it come up and test this zone right here, anywhere between 36 cents and 50 cents. Expect resistance there. Okay, it will be going to battle with previous buyers around about that area. And what do you note? Do you note any previous buying? Gee, what do you know? Around about the bottom end here at the 36 cent level, there's previous buyers. So you have to think about the psychology. Buyers back here bought because they went, I'm going to make a butt ton of cash. Okay. It only went up to 72. Man, it's going to break the all-time high. Okay, it's a bit of a consolidation. No big deal. I'm a little bit lower now. Look, it'll just bounce back here. It definitely won't break below this, 25, 26 cent level. It's broken back down. I guess I'll just wait. And now they've been waiting for a while. They have been waiting since January, since the middle of January, to get back to their break even. Some of these people down here. So when they get back to the break even, some of them are going to go, I hate this game. I hate crypto. It sucks. I got in. I'm getting out. So they're going to take some profit. They're going to break even here. So once you get through that battle, and you can see it's a little bit here as well. There's a bit of cluster of buying. So I would say through here and here, anywhere between that 36 cents to 43 cent area, you're going to battle with these people here. Once that battle is won and you start clearing through here, then it's blue skies. Where's the rest of the buying? Maybe back here you've got some. Okay. But yeah, close through there, through that 50 cent level, and that's your big one, I would say. Although that's on this time frame. Let's do some larger blue sky thinking and do it based on this one and this one. So let's blue sky think for SEI. Okay. So from this high and this low, the major one and the major low, now you have, and gee, isn't it interesting? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it interesting how Fibonacci lines up in hindsight with previous levels. No one knew that the price was getting down to 13 cents. Why 13 cents specifically? Why 13? Okay, why there? Why not down here? Why not here? Why not there? Wouldn't that be more obvious at the previous support level of 9.8, 10 cents? Why at 13? And isn't it interesting how that lines up perfectly with the 0.382 right there? Although, could I be wrong? Yes. Do I think the power of Fibonacci is a wonderful thing? Yes, I do. So from this high and this low, then you've got the larger macro one, and that sits at around about that 50 cent level. That just happens to be the bottom of the zag zone instead of the top. Okay, so 50 cents is your big kicker. Okay, so that's the big one. Clear that 50 cents and you're looking pretty good. So watch out for that 50. So I would be, if I was trading this and I was taking a position now or soon, I would personally be looking at offloading a bunch of it and at least recouping my initial investment at the 50 cent level roughly. Okay, somewhere between that 36 cents and 50 cents, but look at that confluence there. Then if you start cracking through 50 cents and you get into this zone here, then you have to be asking, okay, we're through that battle. Okay, that battle has been won. What's the next battle? The next battle is around here-ish, okay, where these buyers went. So they're back from January of the previous year. Okay, so some of them will still be sitting on losses, and then they're going to take some profits or break even around about here. Then if you crack through here, and this is the real big one, the big boy is at 77 US cents. If you break through 77 US cents and hold it, new all-time high coming in SEI, but that's going to signal everything else is going up. Like if you see that, up and down, and you see that, that's a sure bet. That's basically a sure bet that you'll know a new all-time high would be coming. Ignore the price there. I'm not saying it's going to $4.30. That was just a little swoop on my thing. But you've got a couple of areas along the way. You've got $1.80. You've got $2.80. That would be kind of the area I'd be looking at for new all-time highs. At least up to there for a new all-time high for SEI. Cool. If you're an SEI fanboy, let me know in the comments below. And I will consider getting into this very much I'd say we'd need to crack through. We need to hold that 29 cent area, okay? And then I'll be watching what Others is doing. And then if Others is doing its thing, which we talked about before, then SEI will be one that will highly consider getting into. Cool. That's SEI. Let's take a look at a couple of my other favorites. Give me some tickers below for crypto, or do you have tickers for something else? A stock, anything else you want me to have a quick look? A ratio of some kind? Let's have a quick look. Where am I? You son of a bitch. Cool. All right. Here is ZBCN, ZBEC Network. I'm keeping on top of this one because there's a great community out there. A few of my subscribers are in ZBCN, so I like to keep you updated. It's also one that I will be considering getting in when crypto tells me it's the right time to do so. Not just yet. Again, I have a smattering of crypto at the moment, but I'm happy to hold it for the moment. Let's see. We are at 00038, and not a lot to say. Not a lot to say until we crack back through the 0.0057 area. At least we've got to get into this expected resistance zone, and that's between 0047 and 0057. Okay, roughly get back into there, go to battle with these previous buyers here, and if you will be winning the war. I would say you're probably winning the war if you get through here, but through there, and then we're looking really good for ZBCN. So we just got to get into that zone. So we're not there yet. That's ZBCN. Here is TOSHI on the daily time frame, price in USD 0044. I did a TOSHI thing yesterday on the X channel, so thanks for everyone's reposts and likes for that. Got quite a few of them, quite a lot. We're not out of the woods yet for TOSHI. We are at 0044 at the moment, and it's got to break this decline right here, and that kind of lines up with the 0.236. So got to break that 0051, and then we'll talk about potentially moving onwards and upwards to the expected resistance zone, okay? And then once you clear the expected resistance zone, ignore the pattern, could do whatever you, I don't know, pick it. But you do that and close above that 0.00075, then we're looking really good. It's going to break that for sure. And then we'll be on to potentially matching the previous all-time high, and then we'll talk about all-time highs for TOSHI when that presents itself. I did mention once before that you've got to crack through some really key levels, okay? And we're talking up here. So if I do that, you've got to start cracking through 001 and 0016 is the top end there. So you crack through 0016 and then new all-time high coming in TOSHI for sure, but we're nowhere near there yet, okay? So just chill. If you are holding, let me know, post a comment below. But yeah, that's where we're sitting for TOSHI. Any others that you want me to look at? Do I quickly look at XRP? XRP, the crossover crypto between the precious metals world and the crypto world. $2.18. It's above the $2 mark, so that's fine, but it's nowhere near out of the woods yet. It's got to crack through that $2.60 area. Cool. So let's go to, I'll take some chart requests right now. Of course, but I do have to tell you that if you do want to purchase cryptocurrency, you really should sign up at least bare minimum. Just do me a favor. Do me a favor. You don't have to buy it from these guys, but can you do me a favor? Because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Okay? You don't know what's going to happen with your favorite crypto exchange. Okay? Could it go under for some reason? Who knows, right? I would at least recommend signing up for, because it's free to sign up, an account with Stormrake, stormrake.com. Why? They're a full-service cryptocurrency brokerage, and they charge brokerage fees, of course. Now, they operate in Australia. They now operate in the US as well. So US citizens can purchase through Stormrake, stormrake.com. As far as I'm aware, don't quote me on that, but I'm almost 100% certain because of my chat with Bisha on the channel just a couple of weeks ago, right? And he posited that $200,000 Bitcoin is still to come in 2025. Now, obviously, he's the COO of Stormrake. He's going to be bullish on Bitcoin. But is he saying $200,000 because he's the CIO and he has a fiduciary responsibility, or does he believe in crypto and been in crypto for a very long time, and then he got into managing cryptocurrency companies? Could be that too. Of course, he's very bullish on Bitcoin. Okay, and my point of saying this is a full-service cryptocurrency brokerage. Okay, so they do it all for you, but they're going to charge you fees. Now, the fee that they charge is spot plus, spot meaning the market price of the crypto that you're buying at the time, spot plus 3%. Okay, well, I'm using the precious metals jargon. Market price, spot price plus 3% brokerage fee. That's if you sign up directly through them at stormrake.com. However, if you sign up with me, you get a lifetime discount of 33% off the brokerage fees. So as of right now, before July 1st, that brokerage fee goes from 3% all the way down to 2%. Okay, and that's for the life of the account. And when they are increasing their fees come July 1st, it's the new tax year in Australia from July 1st onwards. So they're increasing their fees from 3% to 3 point something percent, whatever it is. But if you sign up before the end of June 30th, so before July the 1st, you've locked in 2% crypto brokerage fees for life of the account, okay? Sign one up for yourself. And if you buy Bitcoin or crypto in 6 months' time because you want to, and you want to do it through a full-service cryptocurrency brokerage, well, you're not paying the higher prices later on down the track. You've locked in 2% for the life of the account, okay? So just do me a favor, okay? Go over there, help me out, and sign up. So I'll put a link below where all the links are. You can also just type this into the address bar of your favorite internet browser. It'll come up to the sign up page, and it'll say something like "Good morning, Stackers" will be in the address bar. It should be. So as long as you see that, as long as you see "Good morning, Stackers" in the address bar, then you know you've signed up through me, and you get 2% for life. Now, come July 1st. They're increasing their prices, but you will still get the 33% discount of whatever the new price is. But why not do it now? Okay. Also tell your friends and family to sign up for an account if they want lifetime 2% brokerage fees. And 2% is nothing. It's not a lot at all. Now, for those people who are like, Oh, well, I'm a crypto native. I just buy on exchanges. Yeah, that's fine. You do that. Oh, I just buy on this thing and it's only 0.25%. That's good for you, okay? But how many people out there have no idea about crypto, your friends and family, and they just want someone to do it for them, like maybe your dad did in the 80s and the 90s when he was buying from a stockbroker. You have to call a stockbroker, right? You can call Stormrake and have a chat with them about their favorite cryptocurrencies. You can have a chat. You can send an email. You call them, you email them. You tell them to buy $5,000 of Bitcoin. They buy it for the best price and they charge you that 2% fee when you sign up. It's not a lot of money, okay? It's not a lot of money if you don't want to do all this yourself, all right? Get your friends and family involved in this. You know where, I think, personally, I think you know where Bitcoin and crypto are going in the future. Some people believe, oh, it's all down from here. It's all conspiracy theory. Sure, but many people believe it's just going higher and higher over time. I believe that to be the case, particularly with Bitcoin. So do yourself a favor, Stormrake.com. And if you want to be a better investor, go to Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. They are the greatest educational facility in Australia. Okay, they have a 10-week foundational course. If you just want to be a better investor, learn the Dow theory principles and technical analysis foundations. 10 weeks. That's it. You'll come out of it going, oh, that's how it all works. Oh, cool. You'll have the foundations to actually be a decent investor or a decent trader. Okay, you need to learn the basics. Okay, do you remember when, I don't know if I'm too old. I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this SHIT. Do you remember home ec class? Are you old enough in Australia to remember home economics class? Where we actually in high school, we were taught how to cook. There was a classroom that was full of stoves and ovens and stuff, and we were taught how to cook. Okay? This is teaching you how to cook. It's actually teaching you how to fish. That's actually the better analogy. You can join, alpha call kind of, services where they say, oh, buy this at this price and sell it at this price. They're just giving you a fish. They're not teaching you how to fish. Okay, so Mastering the Markets teaches you how to fish. Okay, or do their year-long intensive course as well. And of course, as I've been saying, head over to Mastering the Markets Academy, masteringthemarkets.com. Why? If I hit the old refresh button right there, you can join for free. And, ooh, interesting. Oh, this was 19 minutes ago. Oh, I had my stop loss. Has PLS just opened higher? Oh, I had my stop loss. So here's ASX trade. I had my stop loss below 120. That's my reason. I don't get active. We'll raise stop to below. Looks like PLS has just gone. Thank and you. Give me a second. PLS. I'm in PLS. PLS. Pilbara Minerals. Oh, hello. We've broken up. Fantastic. So Pilbara is doing very well. This is the 20-minute delayed. Looks like we may have broken that area there. So he's giving you a real time as of 20 minutes ago, talking about PLS, talking about New Farm. Oh, New Farm's just had a bit of a move as well. Anyway, this is Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Join for free or join the paid subscription and you'll get amazing weekly live streams, okay, by multiple educators. Anyway, I'm boring you with all that stuff. Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Comments, queries, and then we should get out of here. Home economics was my favorite class, says Silver Ruger. Mine too. I thank the Lord heaven above, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know, for my home ec classes from year 7, and I did it all the way through. I loved it from I think it was year 7 onwards. Maybe it was year 9 onwards. Okay, back in the 90s, saved so many people's bacon. Okay, from learning how to fucking cook, right? And great question. All right, this is going to be a longer show. Get your requests in, any chart requests, but let's just chat. Okay, right here about home economics classes. I'm going to ask Grok an important question. Let's go back here. Let's go to Grok. Okay, Grok, new query. Do high school students in Australia I should use just Grok voice, shouldn't I? In Australia, still do cooking classes as a subject. All right. I bet I know the freaking answer because I haven't heard. Oh, okay. No, I don't. Yes, high school students in Australia can still take cooking classes as part of the curriculum, though the availability, structure, and compulsory nature vary across state, territories, and schools. These classes are typically offered under the home economics and food tech. Yeah, food technology. That's what it got changed to. Subject within the design and technology stream of the Australian curriculum. Current state. Current status. Cooking classes are primarily delivered through food tech. Yeah. Home ec in year 7 and 8. Okay, that's good. In year 7 and 8, food tech or home ec is still sometimes compulsory for 1 to 2 terms, as it damn well should be, often including basic cooking skills. Yeah. In year 7 to 9, these subjects are typically elective. I chose to continue doing them. That's right. I absolutely loved it. Let's see. New South... I don't want you. No. Damn you. That's not what I wanted. There we go. New South Wales, it's an elective in 9 to 12. VCE Food Studies emphasises patchy implementation. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, so we're getting a little bit off track here. So yes, it was my favourite, and thank God I learned that, and thank you to those teachers, man, because I can cook. I'm a decent cook too. I'm all right, and I learned. Can you imagine not learning from an early age if your parents didn't teach you? Okay, of course, parental responsibility, all that sort of stuff. But I really like the fact that I had that. Okay, let's see. Lots of... Tony says on crypto, I bought Litecoin in 2018. The Litecoin silver shield coin. 1,651 mintage with a certificate of authenticity. G'day, Toshi Moto. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you like that quick little Toshi update right there. Let's see. Anyone taking profits before the end of the financial year? Yes, some people do that, don't they? Initially, tax were introduced to pay for... Yes, taxes. Well, we're going down the taxes route. Was initially introduced to pay for the after-war in the late 40s and 50s, but certain caste doesn't... Oh, don't go down that. We're not going down that track, my friend. When do we expect an altcoin pump? Where we talked about that. Let's see. Thanks, Joe, for the ZBCN analysis. Next will be not as big, but will have an impact on the sector. We'll share more next week. But a huge risky early project is null. Okay, so you've given us a heads up, a bit of alpha about something called null trace. Okay, give me a second. Why? What's the reason? Is it part of the World Liberty Finance Trump thing? Okay, I'm going to go null trace. Null trace. That's a very small liquidity. Market cap. All right. Sure, let's just show this. Why not? So Gerald is giving us some alpha here, apparently. This is null trace. Okay. This is null. I'm going to move that so you can see that a bit. You can't. I can't see it. Whatever. This is null trace. Null on the... it's the what's the word? It's the decentralized thing. So it's on Sol, okay, and it's listed on Pump Swap. Sure, null trace. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it does. Don't care. It only has a liquidity of $73,000. That's ultra micro cap. So yeah, it was only created in April. That's the weekly time frame. It's very volatile. But you could be right. There's the monthly time frame. Okay, we're at 00037. Sure. Look, I'd imagine if cryptocurrency in general crypto is going to go up, this might do too. But I can't really say anything else. But there's a little heads up for people. Null, NULL is the ticker. It's called Null Trace, and it's on Sol. Okay, and it's the one that has currently a $370,000 market cap, ultra micro cap stock with only $73,000 liquidity. I get it. Cool. All right. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Tell us the reasons why. I need to know. I need to know why. You tell me. Wouldn't mind to see the Litecoin chart. Yeah, I can show you the Litecoin chart. Sure. Let's do that. Let's show Litecoin. LTC. Litecoin spot. We use Bybit. Litecoin dollar. We'll use the Coinbase exchange. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Here's Litecoin. That's a previous chart that I've had up. Okay, there you go. Litecoin. This goes all the way back to the good old heady days of 2017. Oh, back into 2016. So we're Coinbase listed, Coinbase in its infancy listed Litecoin. So this is one of the most historical charts. Cool. Where are we? On the longer term time frame, we are not over the levels that I need us to see us over for Litecoin. So we're not even back above, gee, what do you know? Look at that resistance there from that high and that low. It's exactly at the 0.236. That's at 115 US dollars. Previous support, 115 US dollars. Cluster there, support there, bit of resistance. Sorry, not support. Resistance. We broke through 115. It acted as resistance on the weekly closes as well. So that's your big kicker. Cool. And I bet you, any money you like. No, I bet you that if I go from this high and this low, I bet that sits at around about the 0.786. Now, I could be completely wrong on that. But does it match up, or is it going to be this high? Let's do a quick little... Oh, no, I'm wrong. No, it sits at the 0.618. But if I take it from here... Ah, there you go. That's where it is. So it's from this high. And where does it sit? Exactly at the... Oh, no, sorry. What I was asking was this here. Where does that line sit? Does that line sit here? Sorry, that's what I was asking for. That sits at the... No, it sits... Yep, it does. Right there. Yep, that sits at the 0.618. Can you see that? Exactly. That is exact confluence. Right there. So let me show you again. Watch this. Okay, watch that. 115. And that lines up there and there at exactly the 0.618, which is like exactly. Like there's no if and or but of that, right? So that's between the 0.382 and the 0.618. So that's obviously right there. Look at that. 115 is your kicker. That lines up exactly with the top end of this zag zone, the expected resistance range, and it's exactly on the money to like probably the cent at the 0.236. So that's your kicker. $115. So I'm not interested in Litecoin at all until it breaks 115. Now, if it breaks 115 and closes above it, that is go time. That's literally what I need to tell you. Go time for Litecoin is at 115 US dollars as long as it remains above. Okay, so you got to watch it. It could do another fake out here, but maybe this time around, after such a large consolidation, you do that. And if general crypto is going up, then that's looking really good. Obviously, you'd want it to crack above 146. And that's like ultimate go time because that matches there with previous resistance. That's previous resistance. That's previous support. Buyers would be stepping in. So look, I'll give credence to the ultimate test would be 145, 146 US dollars. You break that, go balls deep into Litecoin, non-financially. Okay, but that's a beautiful change of market structure. But I would actually say you could set up a little trade between 115 and 145. If it cracks above 115 and starts closing above it, you could take a little trade there and you could try and trade it up to there. That's a nice little 25% move. Or you could take the gamble and get in here, just watch it closely. And then if it clears that 145, it could be a Litecoin renaissance. But yeah, got to clear 115 bare minimum. Cool. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons and all that, and follow me on X. Quant QNT. Okay, Quant QNT. I need to go in about 5 minutes, but we'll finish it up here. Quant QNT on Binance. Yeah, I'll do Binance. Sure. I'll do that. Yeah, I've got to go soon. Oof, yeah. I really got to go. I got a tummy ache for some reason. That's because I'm hungry. Here is Quant, QNT on Binance. Got to clear. Yeah, if we talk 125, then we're good. Does that line up with any major Fibonacci from this high and this low? Gee, what do you know? It's around about $130. There you go. Previous resistance here at 130. If I go into here, yeah, okay, yeah, around about that 130. You've got some spikes, but clustering around 130. So yeah, clear 130 and we'll talk turkey, but not there yet. Cool, that's Quant. Do that. Yeah, looking good. Any more? Or do I have to go? I probably have to go. Let's see. Ayaz says, President Trump to announce Ethereum. What? As reserve digital currency at central bank collect Ethereum to become rich very cheap. Yeah, it's a little bit of spam going on maybe. I don't necessarily believe that. But you never know. Yeah. No, I take no credence in that, but I appreciate the fervor. It's a privacy protocol. Okay, that null one. Okay, my people. Oh, a super chat. And finally, thank you so much. A super chat from Richard Pin. I really appreciate it. My friend, thank you. Much appreciated. If you appreciate me, what you can do, you can send me super chats. Please subscribe to the channel. Okay. Good morning, Stackers. I do live shows Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the individual videos where I take a look at precious metals, crypto analysis, and lots of other stuff. Could you help me with that, please? And thank you. I got to get out of here because my tummy's doing something weird. I think I just need food in my belly, but I'm going to go anyway. Thank you, Richard Pin. Much appreciated. Right now, people, can you please grab your tasty beverages, whatever you're drinking, drink it together with me and the rest of the team. It is the Slurp heard around the world, the synchronized Slurp. And what we also do at the end is we dance it out. Can you believe that? You get two cool things in the one go. Ladies and gentlemen, you have watched.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that. 3, 2, 1, go.
Slurp. Now we're on the move.
Thanks for watching. That was a great live session. You get more videos tomorrow. We go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but check out all my content. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking. I will see you soon. Bye.